Phew.
What to do? Should mind my step.
Feeling fresh.
Plates of the earth have been shattered by the magic of the Shadow Curse. Utterly fascinating. Unless you happen to be standing on it, of course.
That's a friendly looking shadow.
Making me sweat. Toes, toes.
Your desire.
What now?
Still breathing, despite everything.
Keep your distance, darling. Just like old times.
speak, they burn.
The hammer's gonna fall.
Blood comes easy these days. I won't give in.
Take Kuro.
Take Kuro.
Make it hurt. A tale for the ages. Torment!
No choice but to keep going.
Take Kuro.
Take Kuro.
A subtle trick. Now they see me.
No gloom, all doom.
is my happy place. Go on.
Where do I go from here?
Extextura!
Let's move.
Unleash me. Don't get too close.
This is gonna feel good.
Still on my feet. No time for mercy.
Mistra Rill. With haste.
Eat this!
Nice little nap.
Weave, save me. cannot take...
Quite ready for you.
What's the story?
Still alive, so that's progress.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
All right, what now? With haste. All for me.
Attention!
Let's move. Wonder if the gods are watching me. need a quick word.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition. I just worry that we're not considering all our options when it comes to our uninvited guests. How many people are infected with them, do you think? Hundreds? Thousands? And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield. That's just the thing. If we control the parasites, then we can order them not to change us. All the power, with none of the tentacles. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe. And liberate the world from this evil. Do. It's not often the universe hands you something like this. We'd be fools to squander it. Of course, this all assumes we live long enough to find this, moonrise. But I'm feeling optimistic. Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again. It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire. Free and a true vampire, capable of creating my own coven. Yes. Although, I'd settle for just killing the bastard. I wouldn't be a true vampire, but I'd be free of him. So it would seem. Hopefully he bumps into some gnolls while stumbling around at night, and that's the last we hear from him. I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back. It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me. Perhaps. He probably thought it was funny. But more likely, he's trying to send me a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back. Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight. Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk. I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador. You're familiar with the phrase, better the devil you know? I know Cazador. And I'll take anything that saves me from that. So, the untouchable Karlak is untouchable no more. I'd shake her hand, but she can still snap me in two, so, probably safest to skip it. You again.
I know well the pain of seeing your life's hourglass running empty. Grasping at any means of slowing the grains as they slip inexorably through your fingers. Karlak's fate may be ordained, but her actions are not. She will make each breath count. We can be sure of that. Go ahead. I'm listening. She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me. Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral. The end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. Try to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go. I know what it is to hunger. And I know what it takes to keep that hunger under control. He's done that so far, despite his condition. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere, I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt. Go ahead. I'm listening.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Something the matter? Wait. It hurts. A joyous little affliction that visits me with screaming agony on occasion. I'd be lying if I told you I know what causes it. But don't worry. Can't hurt you. Only me. The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow. I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons. It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure. I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. It'll pass quickly enough. It always does. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning. I'm not sure I'd agree, but very well. What do you want to know? Very well. Blessed Night Singer, witness our adoration. See how we serve you, only you. We have emptied our hearts of falsehoods. We have vanquished your foes. In the darkness, we see your truth. Embrace us, your loyal warriors. Cloak us in your shadow. Guide us to your victory. Shah's will shall be done, as sure as night will fall. Yes, I am honored with her blessing. What? Shah's tenets? If you like. Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked. beyond the vanities of mortals. We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shah's truths. Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie. I know. I felt it. Yes. No. I don't know. The artifact seems to have powers, and a will of its own. It protects us. I don't know how or why, but I'm glad. I felt it go from me to you. You need its help, just as it needs us. It's still just a box, after all. Might not be possible. It's stubborn that way. Prone to lashing out. Keep it for now. We can all help to protect it. Poor Karlak. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left. We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking. But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now. You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes. You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask? She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell. What, besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant? It's a deal. No, I can't. I mean, I literally can't. There's certain things I can't remember right now. Shah's secrets must be preserved above all else. All who worship her know this. I have had certain memories suppressed, voluntarily, so that I can serve Shah without compromising her. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored. That is not for you to know. Leave it at that. Rings a bell? Why? Oh, hells. You didn't pick that by hand, did you? They're deadly poisonous. Joking. They're safe. And beautiful. Thank you. I don't have anything to give you in return, I'm afraid. Well, perhaps I can come up with something later, all the same. On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from. And what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it. It's been known to happen. I'm not sure I'd agree, but very well. What do you want to know? Fine. What's on your mind? I must admit, you've been a surprise, and not an unpleasant one. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises? Something the matter?
Soldier? Old Rusty? Sure. The year, 10 air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-knee delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell. Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again. We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players. You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this. Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of. What's on your mind? Old Rusty? Sure. Like I got something back. Something I've wanted for a really long time. When I touched you, I felt like a real person. My heart was racing, but I didn't hurt you. I don't have to be afraid of myself anymore. I don't have to hold back. Not sure the world's ready for unleashed Karlach, but it's getting it anyway. Thanks to Dammon. Thanks to you. Thanks to fate. Ugh, I don't want to think about that now. Misery always overstays its welcome, and joy leaves too soon. I'll cry later, but not now. Touch! Touch everything! Touch everyone that'll let me. Shake hands, dance a waltz, maybe even kiss a face or two if I find a good candidate. The world's my funhouse. Me too, soldier. Gods, me too. For every knock we take, I feel like I get a little treat just to keep me going. Hey, soldier. Old Rusty? Sure.
How beautiful it must be to know you can hold a hand, caress a cheek after going so long without. We'll get Karlach fixed up, right? There's always a way. There has to be. Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist, brave as Baldur and stubborn as a deep Rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and a talent for courtly dance. It's been a badger's age since I've twinkled my toes. A drunk ogre could put on a better show. Tempting. Give it some time. Develop a bond, and maybe I'll show you a move or two. He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great. That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything. It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again. A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to. We can have all for it, but it won't so much as chip one of her nailed claws. She'll escape to the Hells, and if we succeeded, my life would be taken in exchange. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet. The Blade of Frontiers at your calling. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you've taken a Lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. All right. Anything more we should discuss?
If death is soon to take Karlak, she should make every moment as rich as the last. Fight viciously, roar loudly, step boldly. She must make herself known.
Your skull trembles, your parasite wriggles. Lae'zel sees your memories of your confrontation with Kithrak Voss.
Voss? Justil Kithrak, Knight Supreme. An honorable warrior, Vlaakith's finest. He'd have led us right to the crash. Instead, he watches from the skies like a falcon, and we are his prey. Skvar, an unexpected complication. I'm vexed. And more so, impressed. A lesser woman would be adorning the road as a shredded corpse. Yet your head remains firmly atop your shoulders. If by nice you mean truthful, then consider me positively pleasant. Now, to the point. The crash is not far from where you met Voss. We must go there immediately. Unless, of course, you'd rather sprout waxy tendrils where there were no tendrils before. Keep me at your side, and I will invoke protocol. It is my people's duty to aid infected Githyanki. It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor. Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. Gladly. Greetings.
The cub holds out his leg, revealing a ragged wound. As the wound closes, the cub begins testing his weight on the leg.
Adorable. Let me know when it brings you something fresh.
Further can I go? Cursed to put my hands on everything. Slow down. going.
Blessed be you, pilgrim. Take respite now in the dawn's loving gaze.
Looks like Lathander, god of the dawning sun.
Hello? Who's that?
What's up for discussion?
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive? Oh, I mean no offense to the Morning Lord. I simply prefer when his monasteries aren't overrun with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki. They have the audacity to call that hole a creche, as if it weren't actually a murderous training camp. Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient. What? No, of course not. I was merely... Well... Look, it's just an egg. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition. The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. Hogwash, of course. A Githyanki can no more rise above its nature than gnomes can fly. Well, yes, but now we know better. Only some of you are bloodthirsty terrors. But if you believe in this cause so strongly, why not help the Society prove your point? They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg. I suppose there is a reason I'm asking you to do it. Very well. Here's the money. Now, I expect a speedy delivery. I trust that an early payment has ensured swift action. What news of the Githyanki egg? Very well, but I'll make note of how much time you waste trawling through baubles. happy, are we?
Let's see what this does. Time to press ahead. Always room for more. This view's almost worth the walk.
Approach the fairy in Lathander's grace. May his gaze shine upon you, pilgrim.
Next time's the charm? That was tough. This can't have been used in a while. Be wary, this place is trapped.
Be careful. There are traps about. Moving.
My. Better be careful not to trigger that thing.
I've got nothing left to take, so you might as well shove off. Steal? Eagles are bigger. They just take. Nest, prey, everything. That's how it works here. Oh, sure, a nest. But it's not my nest. That's up on the roof with the eagles. Eagles are pricks. It's a good lookout spot for food. It's not even like the eagles need my nest. The drunk lizards they eat aren't hard to catch.
While quite vague, drunk lizards could well point to kobolds, who tend to operate in packs.
You? Kill an eagle? keep an eye on the roof.
Yeah! Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Are we not there yet? My feet are killing me.
What path lies? Want me to carry you?
Oh, darling, would you?
Sure. If you promise to swap once I get tired.
Oh, please. I can barely manage my pack. You'd kill me.
Might be useful. What's hiding here? And away I go.
That's enough. On your feet.
Where are you taking us?
If this is about that weapon your friend was talking about, we don't have it and we don't know shit about it.
Silence! Move!
No. No, I'm not going in there. I won't.
Anyone want to join her? As I thought. Through the doors. Now! The captain is expecting you.
Everyone hates the absolute, I guess.
What do you mean, too drunk? It's not possible.
No one stopped me yet. Breathe deep and move. Open up. Can't risk being in open view.
Watch your back. There, on tippy toes. Quietly. Of alcohol. Let's watch my fire. Not. Shall we dance? On the way.
All right, Karlak, it's go time.
May the dice roll in my favor.
Watch this. Cry about it.
Let's go.
Very well.
Onward.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Make it hurt.
What's in here? Here we go. Need to find a way forward.
Someone there? Let's be quick.
No one back home will ever believe this. At the ready. All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. carry me. Is someone crying? I smell a trap.
Mishkas? Those little pussycats are allergic to magic. Better watch my spells. No escape.
Say bye-bye. Looks like using magic around these things is more trouble than it's worth.
Swords meet sorcery.
Nothing will stand in my way.
More skirt!
Never a dull moment. Light on my feet.
Trust no one. Oh, for a skeleton key. Over there. What's this? All right.
I've got a long road ahead. If not over, then through.
Dawnmaster Versailles. Dawnmaster Welkin Glory.
The weapon stopped glowing. How odd.
Dawnmaster Seed. monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. Lathendarian monasteries of this size were usually overseen by Dawn Masters, esteemed members of the clergy. The reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by Dawn Master Seed. Evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated by Dawn Master Stockhold. Dawn Master Vasaid wielding... The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away. Dawn Master Welkin Glory beckons forth the rising sun in Lathander's name.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Dawn Master Stockhold. The monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. Evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated by Dawn Master Stockhold.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Don't linger.
The monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. The reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by Dawn Master Seed. Dawn Master Vasaid wielding... The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away. Evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated by Dawn Master Stockhold. Dawn Master Welkin Glory beckons forth the rising sun in Lathander's name.
Let's get going.
shall find me. Certainly. On it.
Master Stockhold. The monastery's notable Lathendarian monasteries of this size were usually overseen by Dawn Masters, esteemed members of Evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated by Dawn Master Stockhold. Dawn Master Vasaid wielding... The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away.
Better than nothing.
It's good to be alive.
Can't give up now. to not be cursed. A Guardian of Faith spell. And a remarkably long-lasting one at that.
Wanna dance?
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
Me? Nice.
Intruder! In my nest! This area was meant to be safe! Xavier, get behind Mummy! Fine. Xavier! Xavier! Don't talk to it! It might have germs.
What's it gonna take?
Dance macabre. Outmaneuver them. On the hunt.
Some healing for a wizard in need. Torment!
Bloody bird's calling for help. Makte Baldur. Take Euro. Smell blood. Over there.
Is that blood? No, never mind. I'll take that. another step forward.
Oh, a little respite does wonders.
Soldier.
Ah, excellent choice. Step by step.
Time to rest.
Don't touch me.
Don't burn yourself.
At the ready.
Don't be shy. Lend an ear.
Glorious! Feathers bloody everywhere, mate! Feels good to be... sorry. When I escaped the eagles, I spotted something buried near that ferry.
Saddle up. What a weapon! Wonder if it was used against the Githyanki.
Looking ahead. Best be on my way. What's inside? Looks like a Githyanki, if the armor is anything to go by. I'll give it a shot. anything of use?
Forgive me. We have to fire the lance.
Talking statues are never a good sign.
Ready and willing.
Stand your ground! Keep them busy!
Magic mouth
Thunder,
spell.
forgive me. We
So
have to
that
fire
voice
the
must be
lance.
from someone long deceased.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. On my way. Try me. Something over there. Let's see.
Within the artifact, a feeling stirs. Uncertainty.
Your curiosity is getting the better of you. Do not let it. Stay away from the Githyanki. They're hunting you. They want the artifact. They'll stop at nothing to take it from you.
The blood of Lathander, spilled in holy battle with Samaster, immortalized here for all to worship.
So they kept the blood of Lathander here. No wonder it was looted.
Githyanki blade, no doubt.
How delicious. With pleasure.
Still breathing, despite everything. Moving in.
What should I do if the Chimrai takes me in for questioning? Why? Have you anything to hide? No. But he might scour through the whole creche in his search. Be calm. Hero. That could be confused for Istich sentimentality.
Sentries to arms! Istik, state your purpose quickly! You are infected! A gate thrall is something to eradicate, not reason with. It wouldn't be the strangest study she's done. Report to the infirmary at once. Step carefully, Istik. Krashielek watches you.
I would be more concerned than excited.
I heard they're making us join the patrol soon. The search must be going badly.
I should have attended the Blackstaff's lectures on Githyanki Tirsu. I understood their script. Who knows what secrets their texts would surrender?
This imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior. Undeniably, in the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place. This Githyanki looks different from the others you've seen here. The The way her stark white skin stretches over her sharp features gives her a distinctly otherworldly aspect. As hard as you rack your brain, the symbol doesn't look like anything you've seen before. As hard as you rack your brain, the symbol doesn't look like anything you've seen before. Just as you find, perhaps you should leave before. Moving ahead.
What is this? Stop! I need to get rid of it before the Inquisition.
That they let outside.
I have something to ask.
Not now, Kachuki! We're busy! Wouldn't you like to know? No. Nuh-uh, we're having fun.
Very well.
It smells awful in here.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Istik are permitted to view the birthing pools now. Step carefully while here. Our hatchery is protected by lethal safeguards. I do not wish to... Most are hatched. Only one remains. Monitored by Varsh Koku, the caretaker. You may speak to the Varsh if you wish, but stay away from the egg.
You can tell Kithrak Therazin that my position has not changed. The egg requires more time. Furthermore... Oh. I was not expecting an istik. What brings you to my hatchery? Someone with orders from our commander to destroy this egg. Almost all of the eggs in his clutch have hatched. We await only one more, which is taking its time. Most caretakers would not give the child its fair chance, but I shall. There could be greatness in that shell.
You note that the hope in his voice is tinged with weariness. It's the voice of a man who's fought the inevitable for a long time.